Good morning, everyone. This is Panda. I'm not able to sleep and got a lot of things on my mind. And I know this is not a healthy situation that I should be worrying, but if you guys haven't been following me on social media, every single visa that I applied to has been disapproved for right now. And my parents are now we had a very long talk from like what time did I call them? 1:27 a.m. to 3:30. So we talked for such a long time about financial problems that I'm having because I didn't take account for the fact that legally I was going to have to hire legal representation for my EEOC, but it's becoming, financially a burden. This is not how I envisioned 2020 to be for me. And I really hope that the pandemic would just go away. And this pandemic is also making life difficult for me, financially. And like yesterday, I went to my friend's house, Marco's house. And I told her that I don't know what to do right now. I exhausted all my plans. And not only that, like tapping into my savings account, it's such a burden because that money is supposed to be used for emergency purposes. And if I would have knew if I was able to get an extension on my lease in Madison, Wisconsin, I would have stayed there instead of coming to Portland, knowing that I was going to get screwed over coming here in the first place. But I always have the optimistic to do better and think better and say, oh, things will be better. And I know things will be better, but how much of this anarchy did I have to endure? Literally. I've been through discrimination, harassment, profiling. 2 weeks ago, got attacked because I didn't have $1. Ripped a Japanese expensive kimono that my parents hopefully can fix and repair if it's possible, which I doubt it. But when I make these stories, when I go live, when I give people my real world experience, I don't think people actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, humanity has a difficult time taking things with a grain of salt. Very much so. So, and I'm not able to sleep because I'm so paranoid about, am I ever going to see my parents face to face ever again? Am I going to see any of my friends back in Japan ever again, face to face? Who cares about Skype or FaceTime? I want to see them and touch them face to face. Because obviously, what's taking place in this country, which is the United States, mass shooting. Have you seen the reports? That puts a little bit of fear in me because these are innocent people being shot for no apparent reason. Walking from their homes, in their cars, walking down the street because of what's taking place. This pandemic is causing a lot of stress for me. Who cares about those individuals that want to cause the problems? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it that I try to separate that lifestyle or my way of thinking about that lifestyle because I choose not to live that lifestyle. What Here we go again. This is the freaking EEOC lawyer for Porchlight emailing at this time at 2:30 in the morning. I want you guys to read this email. It's such an embarrassment. This is what I gotta deal with. This is inconsistent. I want you guys to read these freaking text messages, these emails. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Alright, that's better. Let me. You see this? Now they're changing the date again. I already have the 10th book. September 11th, 14th, or 15th are open. No. We're supposed to have one today. We're supposed to have one on Thursday and one on the 18th. This is. And these two, this is the mediator, and this is the attorney for Porchlight. I feel like she's incompetent. Let me show you the email before that. Read this. Oops. Seeing this now? What do you mean seeing this now? This was sent to you several days ago, on the 28th of August. Look at this, I said. 28th of August. It was sent to you. This is the anarchy. The inconsistency. I would have never had this problem if I was back in Japan. People are never this inconsistent in Japan. When it comes down to legal representation, always on time. Always on time. Everywhere you go, always on time. Here in the States, it's always a freaking delay. This is why I asked Laura to please represent me. Now you understand why I had to spend the money. I had no choice. Look at this is what people that have been abused with discrimination, harassment, turmoil, loss in salary have to deal with. I lost the salary because of this job. I was being picked on and biased because I wouldn't keep things in house. No, I wrote it up. I wrote incident reports. I respected other people's human rights, and I am the one suffering right now because Porchlight decided that, oh, we're not going to do anything about these issues that you reported. You guys made your own assumption. Mind you, Daniel Barnes made his own assumption. He clearly stated that, and I had that on audio recorded. Him saying, my assumption, it's not your assumption, my conclusion and my findings of the evidence presented to me through this whole process has stated that you have done this. Would you like to see the evidence? There was no evidence being held. But instead, he believes some asshat that ends up telling the truth to a judge that he made all that up to try to get me fired. And when I presented that to HR, they refused to take any court documents. Daniel Barnes at the time was HR at Porchlight. He knew the circumstances. He knew what the heck I had to go through. I told him I will file a EEOC against you guys in November. The director of Porchlight told everyone that I wasn't maybe a good actually fit. He told staff I wasn't a good fit. He made a mistake hiring me because he agreed with Mark, a janitor and a former drug addict, mind you. Now, take this with a grain of salt. the dude's still doing something. Obviously. To call me a narc, call me a snitch for the government, I'd rather be the snitch for the government while you guys sitting there violating people's human rights. Now I gotta deal with this again. Now I gotta call Laura this morning. Like, financially, I'm spending money that I should not be spending. I shouldn't be in this hostel speaking room right now spending over $200 a month. I mean, $200 a week. I should not. I should be in my home, my own home. But instead, I'm here. This is insane. I can't believe this is how inconsistent people are when people need justice done. Guys, this is my new template. I was working on it earlier today. I'm so distracted right now. I just feel abused right now by everyone. I don't think people are taking this pandemic seriously. I don't think people are taking each other seriously. People are out there shooting and killing each other. For what? Black people think they own representation? For what? Go out there and earn your own freaking opportunities like I have done. You don't see me going out there and saying, you owe me money. You owe black. No, that's just an anarchy. I'm all about everyone. White, Asian, doesn't matter. But being in this country, coming back and being in this country more and more often is making me sicker and sicker. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but honestly, what's taking place now, my YouTube is flooded with nothing but violent crimes happening across this nation because of the pandemic. I had to literally filter the stuff off my YouTube channel, and it still won't filter it. I go into the settings on YouTube, I filtered keywords, and it still won't filter it. It's like YouTube wants you to see this garbage all the time. It's annoying. Why can't we watch something in good faith? YouTube, why don't you recommend me something encouragement? Not some violent video about another tragedy. Now you put me on edge. And now everyone's afraid to leave their homes. Look what's been going on. And you don't say I told you this a couple weeks ago when I said like I was afraid for my life. So is everyone else now. People are getting the 72-year-old man in New York City walking down the street in Brooklyn, in Bay Ridge, gets shot for no reason. And people are telling me this guy was a good man. Wow. Now you understand why I applied for the visa and wanted to leave. I spoke to a Japanese girl here yesterday. Her mom is first generation. She's the second generation. And we were talking in front of the office with Sarah yesterday morning. And she was saying the same thing, that my mother's Japanese, she's a citizen. She can't even get in Japan right now because they closed the border. They told her she has to stay put. And the reason why her mother wants to go, but she kind of doesn't want to go. And I told her, here's the reasons why. I know society is different, it's much stricter, and things are a little bit different there, but you're much safer. You're much safer there. And to be honest with you, I think every one of us that have good intentions would be safer in any other country than here right now. This country is being divided in so many ways, it's not practical. This is not how you and I should live. But we live in like it. A bunch of animals. A bunch of naive, thieving animals. In denial about what we do. Yes, I was talking to Sarah about my Ikebiki Japanese whiskey bottle that was stolen right close to my date of my birthday. And I was telling her, like, it's really strange that, like, certain people that actually checked out that week disappeared and the cabinet was gone and everything was gone. The bottle was gone. And, you know, $200 bottle of whiskey. You know, I told her, like, for instance, like, it would come back to me at some point. I'm not in denial that it happened, but we would just explain that people have the flexibility to turn on you in an instant. And we don't have no idea. People do really devilish things behind your back. You will never ever know until years later. So, like, take it from me. My first wife, Ayaka. I found out while I was in studying, she cheated on me. You know how much that hurted? And then what hurt me even more? She felt so guilty about it and so devastated that she took her own life. Because she felt that she did a really bad thing. And yeah. So I know from first experience, it's not easy handling something like that. Or twice in a row for me. Not with the wife, but with a daughter. So, but now I have to deal with this anarchy. I'm not sure if Porch like hired a cheap lawyer or what. And I'm spending all this money on professional representation. But I don't want to take out any loans. I don't want to take out any. No, last time I took out loans is when I came back to the States. Deal with the IRS problem. And now this. another ending story at 5 a.m. in the morning. Here in Portland. With that said, everyone. Financially, I am not happy. You know, someone told me, I know this might sound very, I'm trying to use another word, because the way they said it was like kind of, wait, so you're saying that I shouldn't treat people nice? What he was referring was the giveaways. Yeah. I should have, he's like, I know you wanted to help people, but like, those giveaways, man, cost you a lot of money. You gotta add that too. Think about it. How much money? He asked me how much money your giveaways I sent away. I was like, that could at least pay 2 more weeks of your hostel fees here. Instead of you digging in your savings and trying to calculate how much you have to spend weekly. Now, ridiculous. And when I do win this EEOC, and which I am, this is why they keep delaying. They're just trying to find any little type of dirt they want to find. They're not gonna find it, Porchlight. I was on time for every single day. I was there half hour before the shift started. Prepping, preparing, setting up, And then sometime in February, we had a meeting when Portside was saying that if you now come in half hour, we would dock your pay. I'm like, wait, that includes social services and workers and coordinate? Yes. I'm like, what kind of? And I get it, but they have no idea what we have to experience at these facilities. We have to set up and prepare. Sometimes other staff that do intake when I'm not there do not do their part and never have. They don't make copies, they don't print, they don't email people, they don't inform people, they don't make incident reports. They don't do anything of that nature. Mind you, a lot of racist people there. Most of them black. Races on black, races on Asian, races on white. I am so stressed out. I can't believe this is going on. And right here on the live stream, right here, you guys saw it first. Emails between the mediator and the lawyer. He's not even talking to my lawyer. That's the most disrespectful part about this conversation. You're not even talking to my representation. How dare you? My parents are worried that I might end up in a wrong place. And I'm afraid of that too. Because I refuse to spend any more money. I refused. My money should be going to my family, not towards absolutely fucking mistakes from people. Oh yeah, you can come. We'll let you in the border. Oh wait, there's been a delay. There's been some complications. Okay, how long am I gonna be here for? 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks turned to a month. Month turned to 2 months. Month turned to 3 months. I never stayed at a freaking hostel no more than 21 days. Another photographer on Instagram asked me, and I just replied to him one time today. He's like, who can you literally rely on here in the States? I'm like, honestly, I'm not sounding like a dick, but no one. No one. If I had Japanese family or French family or if I knew any of my ancestry family from Lasamian or France, or if I knew if I have any family here, I would contact them immediately and ask them for help. But I don't have that flexibility. I don't. And then again, there are a lot of people that you guys take this with a grain of salt. Please. You guys know from experience, if you watch me long enough for the last 3 years, I had some really douchebag people that took advantage of it. Right on this channel, in front of your guys' view. In your guys' point of view. Like, yeah. I'd rather stick to myself and not be a burden on anyone. But I am quite not sure how I'm going to handle this phone call later on this morning about this email. I'm like, Laura, should we just tell them you know what? Just give us a number or what? Because you guys are just playing around now. I've been waiting for this since November of 2019. Mind you, it's September 2020. Yes. Last year, I filed it. I had to wait this long. But Juan Rodriguez filed his in August, the last week of August, and got a meeting and an interview right away. That doesn't make sense. And now I got another employee at Portrait at this current time is about to file the EEOC. He came back. He's telling me he's another. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's in emotional distress right now. He came back to a hostile environment. He's telling me that he came back and he's feeling all this tension, this hostile people not respecting him. Like, you're the social worker. You don't respond to anyone in that facility. That's not their job to worry about yet. And mind you that he's going over some grievances right now because he just lost someone very important to him. And these individuals at this Portrait is making his life miserable. Unbelievable. Guys, I'm lost for words right now. I cannot imagine being stuck here with no place to go. Mind you, that you have everything you have. You have money. You just got no place to go. You can't leave. You go to one state to another, it just gets worse. Every other major city is having protests and violence right now. And then you got people coming from all other states coming up here for more protests of riot. Just like the other day, I guess that Chuck then gave me a very nasty look and said, "What the F?" Yes, because I was wearing my Japanese hakama. As if. And then I found out later that this guy was here just for the protest, to start some. It's like, yeah. This is what you're about. If people would just stay the fuck home, everything would calm down. Shootings won't happen. This is why I can't wait for winter to come. I really love winter. I'm sick of seeing people doing dumb stuff every summer. And spring. Especially here. Winter, I can't wait for you to come. Please, these people, chill them down. They need to chill down. Winter, old man Winter, please hurry up. Because people need to stay indoors. The violence is not necessary. Your people out there fighting for the wrong reasons. Your people out there are starting fires for the wrong reasons. Burning down police stations for the wrong reasons. If you're going to burn down a police station, but you want justice, what's the point burning down the police station? Or the justice center, or the courthouse in that matter. What's the point if you want justice? Justice can't be served if you're gonna burn down a freaking building. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. This is why people stop supporting something that you don't understand. Stop following a cause that you don't understand. Are you truly not 100% with the cause or understand the cause? I made $20 yesterday at the car dealership for 10 minutes. I took one photo. Like I said, you just want that one photo. I was like, that one photo, you just want that one photo. Yeah. Alright, $20. That was a lousy fast $20, but $20 got me. Yeah, that's why yesterday's live stream. $20. Yeah, self-employed. Yeah, the college dealerships are not even looking for. But here's the thing: there's a Craigslist ad right now on Portland for wedding photographers, these photographers are asking for Pacific gear. Pacific gear, mind you. Not just any Pacific gear, but you have to have these gear or they're not gonna hire you. That's bias. I'm sorry, but you can do a wedding with any focal length. It just takes skills and dedication. Why do I need a 85? Actually, let me just bring this. Let me bring it up for you so you guys can read this. So you guys can be like, what the? Take it with a grain of salt. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one, but it's almost similar. Okay, let me find another one. Cause I was for a second there, I was about to rant on this guy like, or this woman like, and you are so-called what? I bet you I'm gonna be doing most of the work while you do most of nothing. This is the way how they ask for certain things that makes it strange. Oh, is this it? No, that's the other one. Okay. Nope. This is another one. What's the other one? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Okay, let's go to page 4. And here is what I'm confused about. Okay, you're in Portland, but you said that you were NYC-based startup shoot is looking forward to expand our teams to team of photographers that specify our brand in Portland area. Okay, that whole sentence right there is too convoluted, and it doesn't. I know it sounds like he copied and pasted from somewhere else because it sounds like I read this somewhere else, but you know, must be available on the weekends and have experienced photography families strongly prefer. But then he goes into like this rant of all these requirements. Like, you must own a DSLR camera. Duh. Why a DSLR? Why not a mirrorless? Why not a micro four thirds? But I digress. It's strongly preferred that you own the following lenses. A 35 f1.4. Wow. I'm going to own that. 7200 f2.8. Most people can get that. 24 to 70. Some people do have that. f2.8. However, he says, however, a 50 or 85 may be acceptable. What do you mean is acceptable? Who? Let me ask this person one question. Are you a professional photographer with a studio, a school that is hiring me for a job, or you're interrogating my gear? Because it sounds like it's just being biased about, and that's just me. But first and foremost, you can do a wedding with 18 to 35, which I've seen done many times for video and photos. A micro lens. Okay, everyone knows that for a wedding photographer, you need a micro lens to capture rings or other essential images of the wedding or the process. A 85 and a 50 is always preferred. That's just nonsense. However, a 50 or a 85 may be acceptable. You sound like a douchebag. Give me a crack and read this other requirements. A solid portfolio of your work is required to be considered. Dude, you're wasting my time reading this shit. This guy literally is asking for too much. This is why, guys, do not work. First of all, part-time photographer and you asking for all these requirements? You're nitpicking. And I could understand you want to be a professional, but now you're just being a cocky, self-centered person. Because, like I said, in wedding photography, you can use all focal lengths. All focal lengths. 85 and 50 are always preferred with weddings. That's just nonsense. When he said maybe acceptable, that just blew my mind. That just blew my mind. And mind you, this is New York City. This is the photos he posts or she posts. New York City based but in Portland. And you ask for all these requirements? Dude, when I used to do weddings, I never had clients asking me about my gear. When I helped other photographers assist with their weddings, they never once asked me about my gear. Because they knew that I like, okay, Panda has this covered. You got that corner? Cool. I know exactly how to shoot. Must be comfortable and skilled in working with children and couples. This sounds like group therapy, in a sense. I understand you're giving people direction, but the way you came up with your requirements, very unsincere, and cocky, and just ready to apply. Please submit your resume. Dude, I'm not supplying a resume. First of all, you don't supply a resume without knowing what these people are about. So you go to the website. Oh, this comes up. Oh. Now, when shit like this happens on your browser, make sure, like, before you go to the website. Alright. Let me go back into this. Let me fix this. Yeah. I'm gonna open my Alright. I tried to use my VPN, but it disconnected the live stream. So, yeah. That's what happens when using public Wi-Fi at other places. When you're live streaming and trying to do other things online, but you want to be secured. But we're just going to take gamble and just go back to safety. That means that website is not safe to absolutely follow, guys. So take that with a grain of salt. That website is not safe to visit because right now I also have other protection. And see, it comes up again. I don't like when a website does this. It's not safe. And so I don't recommend visiting that website, guys. Like I said, don't give up your personal information. Don't give up a resume unless you know who you actually talking to, because people steal information, take data. They take anybody with information and con other people. That's how scams work. People con people by giving out information. So don't do it. Look at this one. Looking for someone that has photography experience for a unique opportunity to make some good side money. Yeah. Definitely not clicking on your ad. Doesn't sound confident. $30, $60 an hour. Dude, I can make more than that in an hour. My average for 5 photos, portraits, it's $150 for really good portraits. You want to charge $30, $60 an hour? You're wasting my time. You know, money counts, money it's effort, but right now, these ads, even if the ads were legitimate, I would go for it, but they're not. They just sound shady in a lot of ways. This is why you have to be careful on social media and online when looking for jobs. But yeah, like photographers earn more money. Photobooker.com/about/photographers. Yeah, this doesn't sound very confident. And it's not even in the city. It's outside the city, far away. It's like an hour away from here right now. 45 minutes away. Yeah, see? This is bullcrap. You try to look for jobs, you can't get jobs. And you get scams like that and asshats like that asking for particular for lenses. Like I said, everyone, as someone that is my environmental shoots, you can use any focal length to do weddings. You want your wedding photos to look dramatic, spectacular. You want your wedding your wedding photos to have this environmental look. You can do that. I made a video about that. Actually, let's go to them. Let's go to my channel. Let's Google that video. And what did I title that video? I titled that video. It was Godox video, I believe it was. And what is it popping up for? I put Godox and it's bringing me up one video particularly. Strange. See? It's doing it again. YouTube is... I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But look what I'm doing. I'm literally typing this in. And it's bringing me one video particularly. It's supposed to be me a list of videos. Come on. Okay, which video was it? Let's see here. Ooh. I can't even remember the title. But I don't understand why only these particular come up when there's dozens of topics on Godox flashes. That's strange. This is why YouTube is inconsistent. How are you saying that it's only 16 videos when I made more than 16 videos talking about Godox? You're not searching my channel for the content. Watch, I'm gonna prove it to you guys. This is how this is all. This is why YouTube, the platform, is all buggy. When I upload a thumbnail and it says I did, and I go back out of the settings, I look at it again, it didn't upload the thumbnail. That's how ridiculously stupid and buggy this whole new YouTube platform is. Alright, let's go back. 50. And see how it's a delay? Look, why are you doing that a second time? It's just a delay. And it's supposed to boot up the page and it does nothing. It's not booting up the page or anything. So yeah, this is YouTube for you. Like I said, making everything much harder and worse. Okay, where's the other 50? Let's go. This is ridiculous. I can't search. I put in one word to look up for all content related to Godox and it doesn't bring it up. Do you know there's an issue with YouTube? Telling me there's only 16 videos titled in Godox. No, there's not. There's plenty of content on Godox. That's just yeah, now I'm gonna go all the way back and look for it. See, that's bull crap too, because I have topics on speedlights on this channel multiple times, and it was only bringing up 2 results. I'm about to prove to you guys why YouTube is, yeah, there's definitely something wrong with their system, because that's correct. That's not accurate. That is not near close to accurate. Because guess what? What does that say? Off-camera flash. What's in the description? Go docs. What else is in that description? Speedlight. So why is it not bringing this video up? But guess what? What's the hashtag? Go docs. Right? Speedlight and the hashtag. Like, what can you not get this right, YouTube? But anyway, guys, this is the video, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. This is my content. Oh, come on with it. Come on with this. Alright, so this video here was made July 1st, 2017. And I talked about using speedlights in environmental shoots. Now you can go to this 9-minute course or tutorial / review on me using the Go Dodge systems and using them in high-speed sync or in TTL in environmental shoots. But as I said, guys, it's there for your discretion. Off-camera flash photography explained. But yeah, so it explains the whole process. That speedlights, there's no such thing as overpowering the sun. And people use that term quite a bit, and I did at one point and realized that you can never overpower the sun, you can work with the sun. So, in this video here, just demonstrate, yeah, I know, you little fancy Gucci hat and blah 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 blah, yeah. And I was using a 2-camera setup here. And you can watch that video in full, but take it with a grain of salt, people. Just take it with a grain of salt. But I just find it hard to believe that YouTube cannot find this particular video for some reason. When it's titled Go Docs. All over the place. And hashtag. Yeah, YouTube. Anyway, guys. This is why I can't stand this inconsistency. I like to be efficient. I like to work. I like when things work. Like me going crazy about this camera and this lens, and this camera needs an firmware update. I'm not going to stress it with Sony any longer, because Sony just now discontinued the camera. Bunch of jerks. Yeah, you're a bunch of fucking jerks, Sony. But anyway, what I'm saying to you guys is that I'm stressed out. I'm kind of in this kind of depression mood right now. Not sure what's going to happen to me in the next day or two. But I assure you, today was supposed to be our meet-up phone call with this EEOC, and they have the nerve to cancel last minute? No. That's not going to happen no longer. Either you guys deal with this, or I'm suing you guys for the full extent. Now I'm going and taking this to a higher court. I try to do this the professional way, but no, you guys are pursuing, delaying. I'm spending money out my pocket because you guys want to delay. That's not fair. It's not fair. When you had a schedule for last month, did you change it without even saying anything? Didn't you send me a document saying that I need to sign this document? I'm not signing anything until my attorney tells me to sign it. I'm not signing anything because it sounds like Portugal doesn't want my witnesses to come forward. That's what that sounds like. I'm not sure what's going on both sides. But I just feel taken advantage of here right now. And I'm the one suffering financially because of it. Because you guys wouldn't delay this. If they would have done this a long time ago, I wouldn't be here dealing with it or spending unnecessary money on it. I wouldn't have to worry about hotel financials, or food financials, or transportation financials, or marketing financials, because that hurts my business. This hurts my self-employed business, but this also hurts me financially when I have to put money into the business or into this self-employment, because marketing is key of getting your business out there. Advertisement, website development. You have to spend money to upgrade on certain things that you need. I thought I could handle it, but like I said in my earlier live stream yesterday, I don't think I can do this by myself anymore. I've been doing this by myself for a very, 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 very long time. I think I want to get remarried, not here, back in Japan, have a family, have her help me help me move this channel forward. I need a partner, honestly. I don't want no online girls. I would look for my own women. I know how to look for my own women. Lately, I've been getting these weird comments. I'm single. Listen, that's great. But if you hear me out, I have my preferences, and I really want to revisit a life back in Japan and be married there. And I think fundamentally education is good, and my children will be saved. And I just feel safer there. But I need some companionship, and I need someone to understand the difficulties of how to work a YouTube channel and how to market and how to help grow this. I can't do it by myself anymore. It's not possible. Like, some people can do it, but it's bullshit because they got someone helping them. Don't believe a photographer tells you they do it all by themselves. No, if they hire an assistant one time, then it's not by yourself. You do it again, then it's not by yourself. You do it a third time, definitely not by yourself. So you're getting people to help you, even their friends or not. You're not really doing it by yourself. And that includes me. But for the longest, I always done all my content by myself. Edit everything by myself. Color grade everything by myself. Go out and take photos by myself. Shoot, talk to the clients by myself. Arrange assessment. Hey. Oh. Just got a headache. Just got a nasty headache. Ow. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna go. Ow. I'm stressing out. I am. But, as I say, guys, this is the reality of any other photographer. I'm not the only photographer going through financial crisis. There are multiple hundreds, he or she, just like me, going through the same problem, trying to find out how can I better address this issue with this pandemic in the financial crisis that we are facing, how can we put ourselves together and be stronger? And every time you do something, there's always an obstacle. So, with that said, everyone, yeah. So, listen. Someone asked me to put jails in my videos. I'm not gonna put jails in my videos. I used to do that, but I don't want to follow suit to everyone. You know, look, I got a jail right there. Look at that orange little color right there. That should be grateful enough. Yeah, I got a little backlight right here. See? You see this? Come on. You should be grateful. Look. I don't need jails. I showed you guys in a video a couple months ago how to transform your apartment to a YouTube studio with just these LED lights that are leaving the links down in the descriptions below. So take it with a grain of salt. But with that said, everyone, oi, it's been a terrible experience. With that said, everyone, this is Panda. It's nice talking with you guys for an hour, but I gotta get going. I gotta start making phone calls because the time differences on the East Coast and Midwest are totally different. Because it's now almost 6, so it would be 8 o'clock Midwest. But with that said, eat, sleep, photography, videography, and repeat. See you guys.